Hello and welcome, Lynx here. It's 4 in the morning. It's time to wake up. Don't be so loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aoi. Okay. It was still dark when we got up, so we were trying to walk quietly to the runway. I mean, it's not like anyone is in the place. It's just Kanako. Yeah, you'd expect that at 4 in the morning. For in summer, it's nice actually. Yeah. We sense a sign of the morning glory in even the cold outside there. Hato is not really happy about being up. I mean, it's fine as long as he doesn't get in the way, right? Well then, let's go. I wonder if... Ageha, can you like shush? I was about to say something important. I wonder if maybe while those people are fighting for, you know, flying, if Anjan is searching for, you know, Iska. That would be awesome. The wet runway was surrounded by damp thicket. We brought all the towels and washcloths we had in the dorm and wiped down the surface of the glider. Yeah, that's the morning for you, especially after rain. Even just slightly wiping it down made the towels heavy. Rain, no! Alright, shut up, Ageha. I mean, like, you're the one to talk. Yeah. Even with only a thin layer of moisture, wiping it down is enough to make the towels heavy. And that moisture was covering the entire body of the huge aircraft. For a glider flying in the sky, that's a wave you can't ignore. Yeah. Yeah. The pre-departure check was... She won't shut up, won't she? The pre-departure check worked got underway with Ageha in the lead. Ugh. The worst leader in the history of gliding. Today we'll double check all the usual items. Ando's watching all of this from a bit far away. What's wrong, Amane? She starts to look uneasy. You aren't afraid to fly, are you? Amane shakes her head. Then she peered up at me from below. Huh? Huh? Amane! Iska promised to take Amane to the other side of the clouds. And apparently she said this. You will definitely be moved. For Amane, those words were part of the promise. Amane looked uneasy during the final flight plan check yesterday. Perhaps she was worrying about that then. What if, even after reaching the other side, she still didn't feel anything? She must have been thinking something like that. That would mean the promise hadn't been fulfilled, that it really was a lie. I mean, you won't know until you go. Amane was shocked, as though I had said something to brush her off. But I quickly smiled. But I'm not worried. I mean, you always say the food I make is delicious. Just like everyone else, kind of. Amane insisted, so I couldn't help but laugh. I don't think you have any defects. There is just some things you don't understand, that's all. Yeah. Iska taught you about many of them, right? That's why you like her, isn't it? Let's try to go there, to the top of those clouds. There is no point in fretting about it now. Looking a bit relieved, Amane nodded.
Aoi! Amane-senpai!
Shut up. Got it! Yeah, I can't will Agaha, man. She ticks me off. It's, in a way, it's weird, I know. Around the time the departure preparations were finished, the sky was just starting to lighten up. The sky is still dark. Ish. Even the clouds were out, you couldn't see them with the naked eye. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody rushes to their places. Until Kotori and Asa take their places, the winch Yoru checks the tow line and connects it to the glider. Yes, we'll make it work. Hey? I mean, sure. I mean, it's easier to see that, right? It's your destiny to fly beyond the clouds. Alright, close your eyes for a minute. I could hear Kotori's voice through the radio. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, I closed the canopy. Anyway, the gusting wind cut off and it suddenly gets quiet. Oh, nice. Amane, please relax. The line that will not make you relax at all. Agha lifted up the wing tips that were touching the ground. She looks our way for confirmation. Amanda, you okay with this? It's not at all, you can hear it in the voice. Okay. I gave her a thumbs up as I shouted out. When she saw that, Agha gave me the thumbs up too. Alright, shut up. At Agaha's signal, the winch started to move. It pulls the aircraft harder and harder, speeding it up. The wheels left the ground and our speed increased even more. Going up! I put back on the yoke and lifted the aircraft upward. The glider took flight up towards the dawning sky. Yahoo! At an altitude of around 300 meters, the glider broke away from the tow line. The wings caught the air and began to fly on their own. Let's go. Oh no! Are we getting rocked by the crosswind? A violent sudden gust of wind hit the side of the aircraft. I desperately grabbed the yoke and stabilized the aircraft. Amane, okay? You don't sound okay at all, but okay. It was likely an effect of the morning glory, but the atmospheric conditions were so rough you could say they were the worst. Because of that, however, if you could ride the wind well, you could gain a lot of height. The night sky was pitch dark. If you were not careful, you could lose track of left and right, or even up and down. Amane, could you take a look at the gorges for me? I mean, that will kind of divert her attention from what's happening outside, right? When your vision isn't effective, you rely on the gorges. If you know how to read the gorges, you can grasp whether or not the aircraft is level, that it's not dropping altitude suddenly, and that it's not slipping sideways. In extreme cases, even if you can see your surroundings, you can still fly. I have to watch out for the crosswind and give my full attention to piloting for. I'll be relieved if I can get Amane to watch the gorges as well. Roger. Tick tick. Our goal is Mount Tsukubae. It's located behind the school and to the north of Kasugaura. I tilt the yoke to the left and step on the pedal, correcting our flight path. At the same time, I check the light on the ground. Oh, that light over there. It's the convenience store near my house. That must mean the lights stretching out over there are... Just for today, I had studied the locations of all the 24-hour sources of light and lined them up with a map! Kazagaura has really changed. With all the convenience stores, gasoline stands, billboards, 24-hour supermarkets, I wish we had that, etc. It was pretty bright even at this early hour. Then the lights that are going in almost a straight line must be Main Street. Street lights line the roads heading toward Cave Academy. If we follow those lights, even if it's dark out, we don't need to worry about going the wrong way. With the lights on the ground and its landmarks and relying on our compass and meters, we aim for Mount Tsukubae.
Wa. Kotori, Hasa-chan, お疲れ。
Yeah.
葵先輩たちは
Flying.
無事飛んでったよ。もうそろそろ学校あたりじゃないかな。夜明けまでにたどり着けるかしら。
Oh, don't worry, don't worry.
夜が明けてもモーニンググローリーはしばらくの間空にあるはずだから上がるチャンスは十分にあるわ。勝負は筑波山にたどり着いてから。山岳派に入れるかどうかね。
Oh, stop trying to jinx us.
心配です。何言ってんのよ。葵くんが何とかしてくれるって。
Let's go! Thank you for belief.
そうね。
Shut up.
随分と信頼を寄せてるんですね。
Hell yeah.
だって今まで葵くんに任せておいてダメだったことなんてないもん。
Let's go!
ああ見えて。やるときはやるからよ。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
信頼関係というやつですね。素敵です、先輩たち。
Power of friendship.
何にも考えてないだけ。どうだろうね。葵くん、あまねちゃんのことは任せたわよ。
Heck yeah.
わあ。
What the huh? A sudden gust of wind thrust us upwards. The aircraft almost tips over, but somehow it leveled us back out. What was that?
バリオメーターが反応してる。ローター風に入ったみたいだ。
The glider lifted up. We've entered the updraft. However, the updraft is unstable. The glider is rocked just like a small boat floating in rough waters. Clamp down this thing! I wonder if the effect that is on the screen is meant to be happening like that, or if it's my PC. Anyway, I grip the yoke and step on the rudder pedal, trying to somehow manage the wind. But... Wait a second. Wait a second. It's the PC that's going nuts right now as well. Dude, where is the CPU running away? Like... Oh! Suddenly it feels like I'm floating. We're falling. The aircraft started to nosedive. Yeah, I'll get us out, no worries. I circled the aircraft around and somehow got us outside the current. Hehehe, that was close. We've been through this before. We've been through this before. I restore our position in airspace that has a stable air current. Now we're below the mountain wave created by Mount Tsukubae. I'd attempt to move us into the rotor wind from there. The rotor wind is the air current that is created between mountain waves. In between the upward and downward flowing sections of mountain waves, the air spins like a rotor. If you can get in the upward flowing side, there will be an upward flowing mountain wave from there on. But the air current is extremely violent and unstable. Very close to the top of that upward flowing air current is an equally powerful downward flowing air current. Unfortunately, we had just gone from the upward flowing air current to the downward one. The next time we get caught up in the downdraft, we're out. If we fall so low that we can't reach the rotor wind, it will be hard to get back here. After all, even just getting into the rotor wind requires quite a bit of technique. Then, to move from there into the mountain wave was also quite difficult. But... Well, I got a feel for it back there. It's just like your simulator. Just as you would expect, the simulator that Amane made is top-notch. Even though there may not be any actual physical sensation, it feels very close to the real thing. It looked like all the time I spent practicing on the copter was going to come in handy. Well, I'm going again. Whee! I reversed the aircraft course and headed to where we just were. I stuck around the downdraft and look for the updraft that should be just over there. Where is it? Ah. The aircraft shook unnaturally. The edge of the left wing was hit by the updraft. Found it! I tipped the yoke to the left and flew us into the invisible pillar of air. All of a sudden our aircraft was lifted up. The aircraft rises up and I feel the vertical G-force affecting my body. The barometer is slow to respond. Alright! I circled around with the aircraft taking care not to fly us back into the downdraft. But the rotor wind updraft isn't very steady. Easy could stabilize the aircraft in there. Cramped on this thing! I held the yoke like I was riding a wild horse. Although the ride is extremely uncomfortable, the glider continues to ascend rapidly. Hey? Amane was looking up from the cockpit of the busily shaking glider. The sky was glimmering faintly. Dawn is near. Then the silhouette of an enormous line appeared out of the faintly glimmering sky. A pitch-black band that cut across the sky, splitting it in two. Morning glory! It was so huge that I lost my sense of perception, man. It was beyond my imagination. Are we aiming for that? Even after coming all this way, I felt like this was a ridiculous challenge. But on the other hand, I also thought this. It's right before our eyes. The shadow of that enormous cloud seemed like a sign of some oncoming calamity. With that ahead of us, an ominous look came across Amane's face. Amane? It's almost time, so I'm going to take you over there. Let's go. The glider rode the violent and turbulent air, soaring even higher. Heck yeah.
写真だと一部しかわからなかったけど。あれがモーニンググローリー。
Let's go. Hat will be like, well, I could get there if I wanted to.
去年の夏、あの丘で見た雲よりはるかに大きいわ。
Yeah.
本当にあの雲の上を渡るんですか？
That's the goal.
もう夜明けまで時間がない。
Yeah.
もしもし、葵、聞こえる？
This is Aoi.
もう夜が明けるわよ。今どのあたり？
In the glider. I would totally answer like that myself. You ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers. We're in the rotor wind now, right now and climbing up a little longer and... yeah, we can ride the mountain wave, yeah.
順調なのね。
Yeah, somehow.
かなり苦しそう。葵先輩、頑張れー。あまねちゃん、聞こえる？空見て、空。見ているよ。ここからならよく見える。大きいな。今からあれに乗るのよ。しっかり楽しんできてね。後で感想聞かせてもらうから。わかった。いいな、あまねちゃん。
It's almost time. I'm going to take you over there. We're still in turbulent air for a while after Aoi said that. The aircraft was shaking so badly I felt like I would get sick if we stayed any longer. Amane, are you okay? Just a little longer, I think. The glider is gaining a lot of altitude in the rotor wind. Just like I said, we should reach the mountain wave before too long. Yeah, we changed point of view again. Just when I was thinking that, the aircraft's rate of climb dropped. Since I was the one watching the gorges, I told I about it. That means... Alright, well, that's a problem. Aoi checks the directions. The updraft of the mountain wave is on the opposite side of the rotor wind. Transferring over. I will tell the yoke and step on the pedal. Boop. The aircraft begins to turn. We headed straight for a while when... It suddenly got quiet all around us. As if the air had stopped and gone completely still. And then... Well... The glider's climbing. Looks like we're in the mountain wave! Ho ho ho! It's a totally silent world inside the mountain wave. That and there is almost no vibration at all. It carries the glider high into the sky. This lift is amazing! This is the first time I experienced this! Not gonna lie, that would actually scare me more. Because if it's quiet like this, you know, you might get too comfortable. And once this quietness ends, you're like, you know, punched in a way. Anyway, it was such a mysterious experience. To be flying in the sky and have such a feeling. In the meantime, the sky is getting brighter and brighter. The clouds we were aiming for were getting closer. That enormous silhouette has an odd presence, almost as if it had been there since long ago. It feels like I saw something terrifying in those jet black shadows, stretching far out of sight. The glider continues climbing in that direction. We're almost there. To the promise I made with Iska. Flashback.
空が灰色に見える？
空
だけじゃない。世界全部がだ。
目
の病気なの？違う。色は認識できてる。けど感じないんだ。もうイスカと出会ってからそれが少しずつ変わってきている。そこかしこで小さな光が弾けるみたいに少しずつ色を感じるようになってきた。
Iska looked like she didn't quite understand what I was saying. I think it was the first time I told her about it. No one had ever understood when I told them. They would just look at me with strange eyes. That's why I decided to open up about it to Iska. Iska's reaction was different than what I was expecting, so I secretly felt dejected.
君といると、私もいつか空の青さを感じられるようになるかな。バカだな、マネは。空の色がいつも同じ青色だと思ってるの？違うのか？だって空は青いだろ？
Well, not really, if you think about it.
そんなわけないじゃないか。
Surprisingly now there are more colors to it.
ほら、見てみなよ。今もほんのちょっとずつ移ろってる。移ろう？夜明けから始まって日が昇り、夕焼けに染まり、夜になり、そしてまた朝が来るまで。日は傾き、雲が流れて、どんより曇ったり、雨や雪が降ったり。1秒だって同じ空なんてないんだ。
True.
空の色ってそういうものじゃないか？空の色。
Aww. Hearing Iska say that, I look up again at the sky. The endless sky above my head is only tinged with a faint shade of blue. However, there were no two parts that were the same blue. Deep blue, light blue between the white clouds, the sky was colored with gently sloping gradations, shifting moment by moment. That was the first time in my life that I had ever noticed the color of the sky.
あの写真、綺麗だっただろ？うん。僕は、あんな色鮮やかな空を見たことないよ。あの空を飛びたい。あの光に包まれてみたい。あんたと二人でね。いいっすか。
I stood shoulder to shoulder with my friend and looked up at the same sky. Compared to hers, I'm sure my sky still lacks color. Even if I stand in the same place, I still can see the sky that she sees. But I was able to empathize with her just a little bit. With her desire to fly in the sky. That was the first time I could empathize with Iska since that day when she found the abandoned glider. Then I had a premonition. If we are able to fly the morning glory together, I might be able to see it. To see Iska's sky. That premonition made my heart race. From that day on, I started to look up at the sky a lot. Okay. Amane, what's wrong? Amane!
ああ、大丈夫だ。少し見とれていた。
Aoi's voice brought me back from my memory. We are in mid-flight. Well, I'm going to take us up a little bit more.
あ、了解。
The mountain wave forcefully picked us up. It seemed like it would take us to the point where we could finally look down the morning glory. I was looking at the clouds. The sky is still dimly lit. There is almost nothing that resembles color. Dark here and there grey. The shadows of the clouds stretched out black as though they were cut out from the sky. Since the day that Iska left, my world turned monotone again. It may just be little by little, but by meeting Aoi and the others, the blueness of the sky has returned. I also felt a premonition that Iska just might be able to see the sight she had been wanting to see. Last summer, on the last flight with Aoi, when I saw those clouds up close, even though I was amazed by their brilliance, at the same time I felt a very strong loss of hope. I thought, this is wrong. This isn't what Isuka wanted to see. With that loss of hope, the sky grew dull. Unexpectedly, a hand from the back seat was rested on my shoulder. Amane, you're shaking. I noticed it after he told me. It seems like I was shaking. What's the matter?
怖いんだ。あそこへ行くのが。
Afraid? That's a lie. Afraid? Nah. Is she excited? I'm just a normal girl who does things a little differently than the other people. Hopelessly afraid. I deceived you with a dream I don't even believe in. It's hard, Amane, to know the truth. I want to be next to you. I want to be your friend. I'm a cowardly liar. Yeah, that's from the letter.
イスカのことも、自分自身のことも。
Please forget about me. I'm sorry, Amane. I'm afraid to know.
葵君、これ以上生きたく。
Ah, get a grip on yourself! Aren't you going to prove that this guy isn't a liar?
でも証明したところで、イスカはもう。
When Iska wrote the letter, she must have been having a rough time. If she had to leave anyway, she wanted to stay friends with you. I'm sure that's what she thought. But she left that letter behind. What do you think that is? The reason Iska left the letter. So she wouldn't get in the way of your future anymore that she already had. She left. Isn't that what she said? But I don't think that was the only reason. She must have been unsure, right, about whether or not she was fit to be your friend.
私の親友にふさわしいかどうか。
Iska thought she had been deceiving you the whole time. If she really liked you and wanted to be your friend, that must have been really hard for her. Because it would have been a false relationship. If her lie were discovered, she might lose your friendship.
そんなことは
Could I say never for sure? In reality, that lie had shaken me up this much already.
でもその嘘は私がつかせたものだ。
I called this guy a genius and treated her like some sort of prophet. By trying to live up to my expectations, she held up a dream that even she didn't believe in. Here is what I think. I think Iska wanted to be your best friend.
どういうことだ？
To tell the truth, Iska is the one who tried to push me away. That's what Anchan was saying, as long as she could help it. Iska didn't want you to realize that she had a weak body. She wanted to be your friend on equal terms. To the bitter end. To be sure, Iska was trying to hide something about her health. She didn't want me to know about that. Feeling indebted to you because she told that lie. It must have been quite a burden for Iska. If she wanted to be your friend, she had to be honest with you.
じゃあ、あの手紙は
After telling you the truth, she couldn't then say, I want to be your friend. But if she just left without telling you, Iska herself wouldn't be able to think of you as her best friend.
イスカは今でも私のことを
Well, she definitely thinks of you as her best friend, yeah. If not, she wouldn't have left a picture of the glider in her room at the care facility, right? How about you, Amane? How do you feel about Iska?
今でも一番の親友だ。私はイスカのようになりたくて空を目指した。その気持ちは今も変わらない。
Well then, let's go! At the same time as saying that, Aoi reversed course with the glider and we shot down from the mountain wave. I mean, shot out. Shot out. The forward swept wing catches the wind and we descend. What? The shadows of black clouds are already right below our eyes. I pointed the nose of the glider in that direction. We're pretty high up. The landscape below stretches far and wide and the city lights shine faintly. Just a pitch black immense darkness spreading out everywhere. It was a sight I was quite used to by now, a monotone sight. A world without color. Just when I was thinking that... Ah! Yeah, let's get some light over here. A ray of light pierced through from the eastern sky. The sunrise. It's down. All of a sudden, sunlight shone up the world, causing the corridor of the sky to appear. Amazing. I can hear Aoi's innocent voice from the back seat. I couldn't say anything, I just nodded. The passage of clouds glistened a golden yellow as the newly risen morning sun shone on them.
世界に色が生まれていく。
Along with the start of a new day, the world begins to shine. Well, we'll get there in just a little bit, we can make it, Amane. Heading towards the passage of clouds, the glider descended gently. Let's go, Hatto!
すごいね。圧倒されちゃう。去年 見た雲と全然違う。本当に綺麗。葵先輩たち、もうあそこにいるんでしょうか。そうだった。葵、聞こえる
？Also, Aoi, yes, I can hear you.
そっちどう？うまくいってる？
Yeah, we just got on the morning glory now.
了解。じゃあゆっくり楽しんできてね。
Don't tell me what to do!
もうあそこにいるって。どこかな、見えないかな。雲の上にいるから下からじゃ無理じゃない？いいなあ。私もいつか飛んでみたい。パイロットの資格取らないとね、私たちも。
Damn! Let's go, Yoru. She's gotten into it. Like it. The glider we were riding in was flying above the morning glory. Riding the updraft of the rotating air current, we passed through the passage of clouds. It looks just like a road made of light. Lit by the morning sun, the clouds below look almost as if they're shining all by themselves. That sight is... how can I say? Very...
美しいね。
The word just flowed out of my mouth. It surprised even me. I guess we are still at the point of view of Amane.
そうか。これが美しいということなのか。
I had never fully understood just what that word meant. So I don't think I had used it very much. Surrendering to my feelings now, that word naturally came out. After that I gazed out at the landscape as far as I could see. The panorama of the sky died by the sunrise. The morning sun rising in the horizon. The clouds shining a golden yellow between the rays of light. And then the lake spreading out below and the streets of Kazegaura.
こんなにも美しかったんだ。
I felt like I had all of a sudden solved the truth of the world. This was the place Iska had wanted to come to. Iska's sky. This view is her world.
いいっすか。やっぱり君は天才だ。
Surrounded by the brilliant sky, those words came out naturally.
葵先輩たち、今どのあたりかな。もうだいぶ遠くまで行ってるんじゃないかしら。いいな、いいな。グライダーに全員乗れたらいいのに。そしたらハットも連れてってあげられるのに。ガッガッ。どうしてもって言うなら乗せてくこともできたんじゃないかしら。その子だけな
Yeah.
ら。まあ次モーニンググローリーが来るのがいつになるかわからないけど。
Like 30 years?
その時また飛べばいいじゃない。
Honestly, at this point, just go to Australia where it happens supposedly more often.
そうね、今日で終わりってわけじゃないし。私とヨルちゃんが卒業するまでにまた現れてくれるかな。あの人みたいに超留年するとか。やむを得ないかも。メールだ。こんな時間に誰からだろう。
Beats me. Anchan?
マジで？どうしたのアゲハ。こわ。やばい。すぐに葵に知らせないと。
What? It's Anchan, wasn't it? I crossed above the morning glory, making sure not to leave the updraft. This cloud was like a miracle to gliders. Because as long as it's here, you won't lose altitude and can go anywhere in the sky that you want. And there is this view. 360 degrees of the down sky. It's just like seeing a dream. For a while now, Amane had been completely absorbed in looking at the scenery. But I would not be surprised if Aoi didn't have a phone on him now. We know how he is. How is it, Amane?
イスカの言ってたことは本当だった。
So it impressed her? Asked her jokingly, and Amane giggled.
私の心には美しいを感じる機能がないとずっと思っていた。けど、あったんだな。
Well, Iska wasn't a liar.
世界はこんなにもたくさんの色に満ちている。けれど、それらは光がないと生まれない。すべての色は光そのものだから。
Color comes to life through the reflection of light. All matter has an inherent reflectivity, and light is made up of components that are absorbed and those that are reflected. What gets reflected appears as color to our eyes. That's why if there is no light, colors don't exist.
私にとってイスカは光のような存在だ。その言葉の一つ一つで私の世界を照らし色を与えてくれた。イスカ、私にとってまだ。
Amane's voice suddenly becomes mixed with tears. What's wrong?
本当は一緒に見るはずだった人がいない。
Ow, that hurt a little bit over here in the back seat. Amane. The promise had been fulfilled, but because of that it must have brought up a lot of emotions. Amane lowered her head and continued crying. Well, we should head back soon, I guess. We had flown quite a large distance on the Morning Glory. I want to continue flying like this until the clouds cut off, but we can't do that. After all, there might not necessarily be a place we could land at that point. Even if there were, it would be hard to get things back to the garage, and if there weren't, it could possibly lead to an accident, so I'd like to avoid that as much as possible. We need to get back to the runway before much longer. After Amane nodded her head, I took us away from the Morning Glory. See you later. The next time you show up, we'll definitely come. As I said those words, Eka's voice rang out through the wireless radio. She seems to be panicking about something. This is Aoi. I can hear you. What's wrong? Near the islands. I was just thinking about heading back. This huge lake is dotted with islands. What is it? Did something happen? Yeah, I can, but... Anchan is? Let's go! He's not alone, I'm telling you, man! I was a bit skeptical, but I followed Aga has instructions. I dove beneath the Morning Glory and headed toward the Big Ripple Bridge. Big Ripple Bridge is the really long bridge that crosses this huge lake. It looks just like a wave connecting the islands that dot the middle of this lake, yeah. It's well known not only for the beauty of that view, but also because it is a shortcut to Tokyo. Yeah, we know that place. We know that very well. It's coming to view. Big Ripple Bridge. With down just beginning, there were almost no cars on the bridge. Well, she said Anchan was here, but I flew around and tried to find something that looks like him. But from this cave, I can make out much. Should we go a little lower? I dropped our altitude and got closer to the bridge. Whee!
もうすぐここを通ると思う。あれか。おーい、葵！
Near the entrance of the bridge, I could barely make out a small parked truck. The silhouette next to it, that must be Anchan. And then next to him. Who is that? I think there is a girl. She was so small it was hard to see, but she didn't seem to be someone I knew. Amane suddenly opened her eyes wide. When we were on the canopy, she stared at the girl.
Aoi-kun, もう少し高度を下げられないか?
I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm trying to... I got us as low as possible while still leaving enough altitude to get back to the runway. Huh? Oh, long hair now?
やっぱりそうだ。イスカだ。
Let's go!
あれにアマネが？
ああ、乗ってる。操縦してるのは葵だ。
さっき言ってた五十嵐くんの弟みたいな子？
Yep.
あ
グライダー完成したんだね。
あ、天音が残した設計図をもとにあいつらが作っちまった。ちゃんと伝統として受け継がれてるよ。バカで無茶なところが。
そうなんだ。
電話つながるかな。
もしもし。
もしもし、天音か？俺だ、達也だ。
達也。みんな隣にいる人は
You know, god
い
damn
つか
it.
だ。さっき無理言って来てもらった。今変わる。
アマネ飛んだんだね。僕らのグライダー。飛んだ。私の力じゃ無理だったけど、葵くんたちが飛ばせてくれた。後輩をちゃんと育てるなんてあんたらしくもない。何を言っているんだ。彼らを連れてきたのは君なのに。
Yeah?
僕？ああ、君がトビー・ウォソンに残したフライトログを読んで、それで来てくれたんだ。ガレージへ。
Yep.
その思いはちゃんと届いてたと。アバネ・コトリっていう女の子に。そうなんだ。どうだった？雲の上から見る景色は。君の言う通りだった。感動した。しないはずなかった。いつかの空は美しかったよ。そう。見たかった。見ていたよ、ここで。空からじゃないけれど。でも一緒に見てた。アマネと一緒の空を約束したから。君は嘘つきなんかじゃなかったよ。そんなはずないって私は最初から分かっていたけどな。調子のいいこと言って。ありがとう、イスカ。私をここへ導いてくれて。ありがとう、アマネ。約束を信じてくれて。
Amane, I think this is about our limit.
そうか、分かった。イスカ、そろそろ滑走路へ戻らないといけない。また後で会えるのかな。
Amane reviously asked her as helmet. Then with a look of relief she smiled. From that I knew Iska's answer. From the bridge Anchan mentioned with his hand toward Kazugaura. Well, it means that Anja and the others will head to the runway too. After saying that, I stopped cycling and headed back towards the runway.
ありがとう、五十嵐君。
何いいって。それよりあいつら戻るみたいだな。
うん。
俺たちも行こ
う。もう少しだけここにいさせて。
ん？いいけど。
見ていたいの。あのグライダーがこの綺麗な空を飛んでるところ、僕らの夢の翼だから。
Dude. I knew it was coming, but I still felt it so much. Yo, that route is the winner. For sure. I was saying that Kotori's route feels like basically the main route, but holy crap over here. This is the main route. Make an anime out of it, please. Oh my god. Alright, let's end the episode here. We'll of course continue tomorrow. That was a banger of a scene over there. Yeah, you would totally see some eyes getting very wet if I recorded this with a webcam, that's for sure. Yeah, God damn it. It's been a moment since a game made me cry a bit. A little. Yeah, it's been a little bit, yeah. Oh boy. This is basically what I'm getting at. This is like Narkizu, this is Chushingura type of situation. Yeah. Except over here it was not sad. It was like basically because of being happy for all of them. That was it. I loved it. Ah, that scene, man. Love it. Now, Anchan. Time for you to step up your game. You better go and confess to Iska. I'm watching you, okay? I'm watching you. I want to see your happiness as well, Anchan. You hear me, Anchan? That's right. Go and confess. And you too! Consider liking the video and subscribing. And yeah, you too. Go and confess your feelings to someone. If you have them for someone. Yeah, it's important. It's important. Not to the childhood friend, for you know. Childhood friends, no. Someone else. Alright, let's cut it. We'll continue tomorrow. I wish you all a wonderful day. And we'll see what happens after the flight in the morning glory in the next episode. Bye-bye.